Urquiza?
I believe it's Urquiza, Your Honor.
And then on behalf of people.
Assistant Public Defender Donahue Leba on behalf of Mr. Urquiza. And Your Honor, Mr. Urquiza would like to waive his preliminary examination. And if you'd like
Your name, sir?
Miguel Urquiza.
And Your Honor would like to address bond as well.
Of course you would. Sir, you're waiving your right to a preliminary examination?
Yes.
You understand that that's a proceeding where the people would have to show by probable cause that the offense alleged was committed and that you committed it?
Yeah.
You understand you will not have that hearing. You'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Can you give me a second? Yes. Oh.
Oh. How many of those?
I feel it's a good decision, but it has to be. Yes.
Yes, understand.
You understand you will not have that hearing. You'll proceed to circuit court for further resolution.
Yes.
All right. People also waive their right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Preliminary examination having the way defendant is bound over to circuit court on counts 1 and 2 with 3 following.
Thank you, and we acknowledge receipt of the information, waive formal reading, and stand mute.
Defendant having waived formal reading, standing mute. Court will enter a not guilty plea as to all charges. Pretrial will be set for January 13, 2026, 1:30 before Judge Simpson. As to bond.
Your Honor, with regard to bond, I think the past couple weeks in jail have taught Mr. Urquiza a very significant lesson, both about the seriousness of this case and about the importance of following this court's orders regarding bond.
Before we dive in, just a quick note. This commentary is created for educational purposes, designed to help those who may be confused or curious about courtroom processes. If you don't find it helpful, feel free to skip ahead. But for those who want a deeper understanding, stay tuned. It's about to get intense. What you're about to witness is a classic courtroom turning point, where a young defendant makes a decision that could shape his entire future. A waived preliminary hearing, a judge already questioning credibility, and a bond discussion that's about to spiral. At just 20 years old, this college student stands at a crossroads between accountability and excuses. But here's the twist. What happens when the judge stops believing you? Pay close attention, because this case quickly becomes less about the charges and more about honesty.
He is 20 years old. He is a college student, University of Michigan. He has a supportive family. I believe both his parents are present in the courtroom today. He's told me that he is actually doing very well in school. It's a 3.5 GPA, and he's currently scheduled to go back to school on the 7th. He's also told me that he was accepted recently to him.
Why did he lie to me when he came before me?
Mr. Urquiza, would you perhaps like to address the court on that?
Regarding to the Adderall?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I did. Well, a family member did take it, and I made the, a careless decision of taking it. I knew it was going to bring me consequences. I didn't think about that. I didn't think about the consequences before doing it, and which now, I know.
Once you got caught, so I guess what I don't get is, once you got caught, why'd you lie to me? I mean, I look stupid, but I'm really not.
No, I'm not trying to say that, Judge, but after just.
Okay, why'd you lie? Oh, that's a hard question.
Just say you took it. I'm scared. Just say that.
The reason why I lied was I was scared. I just didn't know, the consequences that would be following it.
Really?
And that was.
So how'd that work out?
It didn't work out really good.
It really didn't.
My fault. So, but after spending, almost 2 weeks, in jail, I learned that freedom is like a privilege that many others take for granted. And, after learning that and just given, a chance, I won't take that for granted.
You came up here, it's really funny, because you came up here really smug and everything, just doing what you're doing. Then I asked you a simple question. You just lied to me, tried to smile at me like whatever it was, and you didn't seem to get it. I don't play that.
I understand.
No, I don't know if you do.
This is the moment everything shifts. Up until now, the defendant might have had a chance to maintain some credibility, but in court, lying directly to a judge is one of the fastest ways to lose all trust. Notice how the judge isn't focused on the mistake itself anymore. He's focused on the dishonesty after getting caught. That's critical. In legal settings, judges often weigh character and truthfulness just as heavily as the charges. So ask yourself, was the lie worse than the original action? And more importantly, can he recover from this moment?
Lucinda?
Your Honor, at this point, I would object. I think maybe a release to inpatient might be appropriate at some point, based on the mistest, the THC, the Adderall, and then he was intoxicated as a part of the underlying charges. So I think there are some issues that need to be figured out before it's just released back in.
Your Honor, I have no objection to him being released basically on home confinement with an instruction to immediately get a substance use assessment. But as of now, I don't think there's any reason to believe that he's in need of inpatient treatment.
Okay, let's look at this. How am I going to keep him away from the drugs?
Your Honor, I think the past 2 weeks have taught him that he cannot even think about touching substances. I think that's very clear to him now.
So he should have learned a number of lessons. Don't touch that. Don't lie to me.
I think this is probably the biggest learning experience of Mr. Aki's life, Your Honor.
Really?
Would you agree with that,
That's a
Mr.
lot of
Aki?
money to pay for the U of M. This becomes your biggest learning experience. Where are you from?
I'm from Chicago, Judge.
Oh, he's trying to roll some Chicago stuff on me. That didn't work, did it?
I'm sorry?
That didn't work, what you were trying to do. Why didn't you just come in and tell the truth?
Well, I was scared. Well, I've never been in this type of situation before in my life. I've never been in trouble. I've never been in the state.
Why didn't you just tell me the truth? Did you think lying was going to get you anywhere?
No.
I mean, that's the other part. Did you think it was really going to get you anywhere?
No.
Why did I have all these missed tests? Because that's the other thing.
Your Honor,
Remember this one, that's like positive THC.
Right. I'm sorry. I meant to phrase it differently. You don't have a medical marijuana card.
I don't. But after my release, I don't know why I showed up positive and negative.
You don't know why?
No, I didn't. After my release from Washington, I didn't take any edibles or I didn't consume any THC. I obviously knew and learned not to.
So how did it get into your system? You're an amoeba. It just absorbed into your system? Why do I get the feeling you're not telling me the truth?
Your Honor, Mr. Akiza has indicated to me pretty much since this violation of THC came to light that he does not believe he's used THC since.
So this THC, how did it get into his system?
That I don't know, Your Honor, but
Really? You don't know? You weren't there with him?
I was not, Your Honor.
Okay. So he knows.
I believe.
I don't know. No, you know what, young man? Here's what we're going to do. And I hate holding everybody up, particularly the jail. They've been great today getting these people out. I've got some others that are in custody that have to come out. I'm going to send you back. I'm going to do you the favor of recalling your case at some point when you have a chance to speak with your attorney and decide you're going to tell me the truth. I'm not stupid. Don't say anything, because otherwise my decision is going to be you're going to sit. Take it back.
And Your Honor, Mr. Keith would like to address the court.
Go ahead.
So before the 15th, before I got tested, I was invited to a house party or a social gathering with my friends. And that's where I was offered THC, edibles, more like pastries. And I agreed on taking a chocolate cake, THC, and yeah.
So why did it take all this for you just to say all that?
You're right, and that's my apologies.
Your Honor, I think it really comes down to fear and naivety.
Of what?
Naivety.
No, I get that, but I don't know how naive you have to be to come before a judge and just start lying. I don't even get that.
Quite naive, Your Honor.
He said, who's here with him?
His parents are both here, Your Honor.
Those are his parents?
Yes, Your Honor. I did speak to them in the hallway, and I did see them out in the gallery.
Proud moment, I'm sure. Hello, I see. You guys came from Chicago? You kind of heard what he did. I won't ask Dad. Mom, you want him back? You want him back? You do? Okay, because I don't know what Dad to say. You want him back too? Oh, interesting. So, young man, I know they didn't teach you to act this way, right? They did not teach you to go around lying about everything.
What we just witnessed is a powerful example of how quickly a situation can escalate, not because of the crime alone, but because of the decisions made afterward. The judge made it clear, honesty matters more than excuses. This young defendant had multiple chances to tell the truth, but each delay only made things worse. In the end, the court emphasized a simple but critical life lesson. Own your actions, face the consequences, and move forward with integrity. Cases like this remind us that the courtroom isn't just about punishment, it's about accountability, growth, and sometimes tough lessons learned the hard way. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.
Did they? Let me just ask you one more question. Prior to you getting locked up, did your parents know you were in trouble?
My father did. My father, he's the one that he attended here before I got locked up.
Reinstate the previous about $10,000. Personal recognizance. I'm going to let him go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Young man, life gets a whole lot easier. It stays a whole lot easier. Just tell the truth. pay the consequences for what you did and just deal with it, and you don't have to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Have a good holiday.
You do the same.